Loud and clear. All right, perfect. All right, good to see you. Robert, could you hear me okay? I see Ron in here, Lewis, Marco, John, James. Everybody can hear loud and clear? Good, good, good. All right, guys. So we're going to talk a little about, welcome everyone. My name is Fausto and I'm president and founder of Cybertrade University. We're going to talk about trading the market. We're going to talk about how things move. I'm going to show you how to follow order flow. I'm going to show you things that are going to blow your mind because you're going to see why 90% of the people fail. And the main reason why people fail is they just don't know what they're looking at. They don't know where the buyers are. They don't know where the sellers are. They don't know where the orders are. And that's what we're going to cover. Now, before we get started, just a quick little disclaimer for everyone here. Hold on a second. Oops, there we go. All right, so just basically, this is only for strictly educational purposes. I'm not making any guarantees it's going to work for anyone, no promises. And, everything here works vary to student. But I do recommend please be careful what you invest in the market because you can lose a lot of it. There is a very high risk in trading. Now, these are things that we're going to be covering. We're going to talk about important identifying breakouts in the market. We're going to talk about how to use NASDAQ level 3, which is called their book viewer. We're going to talk about how to predict upcoming stock movements in the future. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? But yes, you will see that because there are stocks that are moving and you need to know, do you want to swing trade them? Do you want to do any of that? And also we're going to talk about price action and order flow. Now, what I like to do is I'm going to go right to the market. And I want to bring this up here so everybody can see this okay. Can everybody see this fine? Just let me know. Everybody can see my screen okay? All right, good. All right, so there are a couple of stocks that are moving this morning I want to kind of bring up. And there was a couple of really nice ones. First of all, did you guys see the, have you see a lot of the pot stocks that are moving? Now, I want to bring something up over here really quick. And hold on one second. Now, right here is my Instagram. And we're also on YouTube. And right here, you could see there's these couple of videos that we just posted. And this was just yesterday. The pot stocks were running. And I just posted one before we got started. You might want to watch it, but I want you to watch this video before we continue. Okay? Let me just play this and listen carefully. Check it out. Stock ACB is making a very, very big run this morning. But are there other stocks out there in the pot industry that's still making moves? We have to break this 35,000 share seller. Is it still going? Seller got executed. It's starting to make a big run. It looks like CGC has hit its major resistance right around 9. What could stop it? Definitely has to do with all these sellers here at $8.80 and $9. Look at that big fat red line. Doesn't matter what you trade, as long as they're going up and the buyer's getting executed, that's all that matters. Follow the big orders. Pots. Now, the next one I want to show you is what I just posted less than about 10 minutes ago.
Marijuana stocks continue to spark investor interest.
Pot stocks are still moving? Buyer, 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 buyer. So there's more than one pot stock out there? Tilray, ACB, CGC, SNDL. But could they still go up higher tomorrow? Market is just about to close, and look at all these orders that just showed up. And that's why we're going to have to wait till tomorrow. Fair. Now, that stock that I just showed you right there is this one right here. And I want to blow this up so you guys can see it a little bit bigger. So right here is, you could see the market closed. Here is basically, right here is when I posted that video. The time clock right there is right there around right at the close, around 10:50, 10:60. Now, that's what I want to show you that I was just showing you just about a minute ago. Right here is all those orders, okay? Can everyone tell me, let's see if everyone's paying attention. What is the price of the market of CGC trading right now? Can anybody answer? I want to see if everybody's paying attention and is listening to what's going on. What is the price right now in the after hours is CGC trading? John, you're absolutely correct. Is John the only one here listening? What about you, Jason? What about you, Greg? What about you, Eric? Mike, you're right. Ron, you're right. Marco, you're wrong. Jason, you're right. Ron, you're right. So you can see right here on the right-hand side, the market right now is trading at 11:30. Right here is where we left off. Now, this stock literally is already trading, and you can see here on the bottom, this is where the market closed. So the market basically, when it finally closed, it was about 1080, 1090. All of a sudden, I want you to notice something here in red. Do you see this right here? Let me get my crayons. Maybe I got to draw it for some of you to see a little bit clearer. Right here. Does everybody see that right there? How big is that number right there? Can everybody tell me, what is that number? What does that number say? Let's see if you all can read that. What does that number say right there? Does everybody see this number right here? Yes, Bill, you're right. John, you're right. Renee, you're right. It's 133, it's 138,000 shares. Okay. It's not 4,000. Okay. It's not 2,000. It's 138 plus another 49,000 plus another 49,000 plus another 50,000 plus another 20,000. If you add that all up together, how much you think you have there? Maybe $300,000, 300,000 shares looking to be bought. Now, let me just show you what that means. Watch this. 300,000 times, I don't know, let's use simple math. 1050. You're talking over $3 million worth of stock that just stepped in the last minute of the close. Now, who here traded CGI? Did anybody trade it? Did anyone see it? Did anybody know what's going on with the pot stocks? Okay. This is the difference between somebody that would trade a stock like, oh, let's go check out Amazon. Oh, I had to risk, $180 and it only went up $3. Oh, you know what? How about we go find out and see what Apple's doing, right? Apple, I know Apple, right? Apple, yeah, AAPL. Let's go check it out. Stock's up $1.30. I had to risk $170 to do that. Do you see all the big buyers and sellers? Apple didn't do that much today. All right. Anyone else? I don't know. Tesla? I can go on and on all day long. Tesla got crushed lately. Stock went from 260. It's already down to 160. And you know what? It was up $3 today. I want to go look at CGC. CGC was up 35% today. It was up $3. Missed that one? ACB. Look at the long-term chart on this stock. $3 all the way to $7. Another pot stock right here, SNDI. Stock went from $1.30 up to $2.60. Tilray, another one, $1.60 to $3. Look at these stocks that all went up. This is just one industry that's just been moving in the past couple of weeks. What about the AI stocks? What about everything else? This is what separates you or the people out there that think that, oh, I got to trade the NVIDIAs. I got to trade, NVIDIA. There are other stocks out there you could trade that are going to give you less risk to more reward. Now, my question to everybody is this. Do I have your attention now? Is everybody going to be paying attention? Because what I'm about to tell you is why 90% of the people fail in trading. And how do I know that? Because the way I got started, I was you 30 years ago. Article was written up on us about Forbes magazine, about a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. Okay. I was that kid. I started the first school in the industry. I competed against every school in the industry. I beat every single one of them. We're endorsed by every brokerage firm, the biggest ones in the industry, more than any school. Why is that? Because I was a market maker. Okay. Now, question everyone's going to probably ask, and I see someone already asking that question. How come other people not teaching this stuff? Because they were not market makers. I live here in New York. I was trained by the best traders in the industry. And I surround myself with the smartest people in the industry. Now, the reason why I'm here and why I have all of your attention right now is the reason what I'm doing here today is I'm not here to give away my secrets. Okay. I am here to recruit traders that can be part of my team. A lot of my students always graduate and they'll leave and they'll open up their own schools, their own trading rooms, and so on. So I'm like no different than any other school out there. Harvard is always looking for new people. Cornell, Cal, all these big schools. But it's not about a school. It's about the trading firm. Trading firms are always looking for talent. If you think you got that talent, I'm going to test you today because you're going to show me and prove to me that you're loyal and that you know what you're talking about. And I'm going to give you the simplest and easiest questions. And if you can't pass these questions, I'm just going to be honest with you, you're going to be fired. You don't, and I'm only doing it being nice because you're better off someone telling you honestly trading is for you or not. But you'll see trading is not as complicated in what it is. Now, so at the end of this presentation, my goal is to invite every single one of you into my original trading room that I started 30 years ago, which I know some of you here are probably in other ones. But if you want to go to the original one, I'm going to invite you all tomorrow morning. And not only that, but if you stick around, I'm going to give you my book. You can go to Amazon, pay me $47, but for keeping your time, I'm going to give it to you for free. So I've done a lot of presentations for everyone, a lot of financial stations. I'm also featured at NASDAQ, and I'm going to talk specifically about their product because I don't work for NASDAQ, okay? But I did help develop and beta test one of the most important trading tools that most of you don't have. It's called Level 3. People are like, wait a minute, is Level 3? I only have Level 2. I didn't even heard of that. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to show you a little bit about it. But before I do that, I want to get a little bit and know a little about everyone here. So if everyone just give me a chat and let me know, what kind of trader are you? Are you a stock trader, a swing trader, an options trader, forex trader? What kind of trader are you guys? Just want to see what kind of, just get to know a little bit about you. Barb, you're a swing trader. Renee, you're neither. Futures. Okay, so I'm an actual stock trader. And the reason why I'm a stock trader is because, you know what? I watch TV. I see them talking about it all the time. There's a lot of there's a lot of opportunity. And you know what? If you guys are out there trading something else, listen, I can only say that if you're not figuring it out and not successful in the past 3 months, you're pretty much wasting your time. Okay, you figure it out or you don't figure it out. Now, my next question is, who trained you? Now, were you self-taught? Did you have a mentor? Did you learn from a school? Just give me an idea. And Robert, regarding about options, listen, you want to be a good options trader, you got to be a good date. You got to be a good stock trader first. It's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. You're self-taught, okay. Well, listen, and I'm glad you're being honest with you, but would you give your money to someone that was self-taught, to an institution? I don't think you would do that, right? So I think it's time to learn. I think that's why most of you guys are here. So what we're going to talk a little bit about is in this workshop, I'm going to tell you about trading, what we're going to look at, talk about some swing trades. We're going to talk about some day trades, and we're going to show you that there are so many other stocks other than just trading the Magnificent Seven stocks. Now, before you do that, I want to talk specifically about these tools. Now, does anybody have Level 3 and Level 4 quotes? So I just want to see if anyone has that really quick. Anyone have these platforms? No? Okay. And it's okay. Just be honest. Robert, what about you? I didn't hear from you. Robert Mosman? Lewis, what about you? Do you have it? John, James, Francis? Okay. So I just showed you Level 4 quotes. All right. You just saw Level 4 quotes. I'm going to go back to it, but we're going to start on the basic one. We'll start with Level 3 first. So to go out there to understand how the market works is you got to more or less, you got to know what makes these stocks move. And there are stocks like that were moving just these past couple of days. I don't know if anyone saw a VVPR. Stock went from $2 to $7 just before even the market opened up. CGC, this is the other one I just showed you. This stock was yesterday. It went from $2 to $6, and now it's at 11. All right. There are so many stocks out there that are moving in the market, and there's some brand name stocks like Nordstrom's. They made an announcement that they were looking to buy their company. They don't want to go. They don't want to go. They want to go private. They don't want to be public anymore. There's just so many stocks out there that you could trade. Krispy Kreme just signed a deal with McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, listen, right there, Krispy Kreme, big fan. You know what I mean? But am I going to, go out there and know why it went up that much? These are things that we need to teach you. All right. So there are a lot of things that focus on the market that make it move. You just got to know how and where to look. And that's what trading is about. Every day you're surrounded with your family. You want to spend more time with your kids. And, I know a lot of us work very hard. And you know what? Trading is a great job. You could do things more with your family. You could travel. You could just, listen, you're not going to be held hostage at your job, but you have to know how to play the game first. And most people don't. We all went through COVID. We saw what happened with that. We all got locked in our homes. Now it's time. And some of you actually tried it and say, wow, this is pretty easy. But now things are getting a little harder. And we need to focus on that. So let's focus on level 3. Now, what makes a support level is buyers. And you'll notice right here, the stock went down and it bounced at this price of 45 and then went right back up to 51. This is stock Reddit. I don't know if anyone follows the market. This company just went public. It's one of those big, it's like one of those chat rooms, popular chat rooms on the internet. Now, why did it stop at 45? Because of the 125,000 share buyer out there. Not because of the 600 share buyer and not because of the 500 share buyer. It's because of the big block buyer out there. What caused the stock to hit resistance? Sellers. Coinbase had a big iceberg order at 92,000 shares right there at 270. Why didn't it go to 280? Why didn't it stop at 268? Well, if you work your way down that list, the biggest seller out there was at 91,000 at 270. And if you didn't know that, fellow traders, you would have been caught holding the bag and had the stock up from 270 all the way down to 250. So, anybody here swing trade? Anybody do any swing trading over here? Good. Okay. Now, to be a good swing trader, you have to learn what happens over the course of the day, because then it trickles into a swing trade. And then how is a swing trade convert into a swing trade? That's where an option trade comes in. But you have to understand what makes them move first. I want to focus on Amazon. So Amazon has been having a really good, steady move. Nice trend, big move from November till now. Stock's up, 120 to 180. Not bad for a swing trade, right? Now, all of a sudden, we hit 183, and then we're having a very, very good, tough time breaking this 180. Now, why would the stock have a tough time? Where is the support levels of the stock? Where are the buyers and sellers on the stock? Well, we got to look over here and see where the orders are. What do you think happens when you hit a big buyer? Once you have no buyers, stock goes down. Look over here on the buy side. Do you see any buys out there? No. As much as you might love that stock, there is a time when to get in, but the goal is you got to know when to get out. And getting out is that it's all about the big block orders. Now, here we're looking at Amazon, big support level. Once you break through that support level becomes resistance levels. It's all about knowing and following orders, and you see a consistency. If it's not over the course of the day, it'll be over the course of the month. Now, you're not going to believe what shows up as we're watching the stock. 120,000 share buyer shows up on the bid. What do you think is going to happen around 180? You think it's going to go break it, mean go lower, or is the stock going to go higher? What do you think, traders? Well, from the looks of it, it went higher. Very good, John. Thank you very much, Francis. Appreciate it that you figured that one out. I don't know if everybody else figured it out because I didn't hear from them. But, Joe said it's going to explode. Okay, Joe. I like that one. Think about how much smarter and better trading decisions you would make if you were able to see these orders, right? Because it's those orders that drive the stock to go higher and higher and higher. Now, what about resistance, Fausto? Stocks back off all the time. Well, let's talk about SMCI. Did everybody watch SMCI? Supercomputers, the stock that's trading side by side with NVIDIA. Big run up. Stock went from 300 to 900, right? Now, all of a sudden, you get to this big seller of 14,000 shares at 1,000 shares. Now, you might think like, is that really a lot? Well, look at all the sellers out there, 100, 200, 1,000, 900, 14,000. If you kind of figure that out compared to all the other orders, that's a lot. But when you look at the stock, it shows no resistance. It keeps showing it's going higher, higher, higher. Then we get to the 1,000. Now what happens is that, does the stock continue to go up, or do we take a profit? What do you think happens next, everyone? Stock tanks. Did it tank? Not only did it tank, it dropped all the way to $800. So, and it did it all in one day. One day. This is why it's so important that you need to have a game plan. You could sit there and say, oh, I heard about supercomputers. That's 700. I missed that 300. You know what? Maybe I'll pay 900. You did not see that order. You could have took a 200-point loss. You see, trading, fellow traders, is not about support and resistance. It's about buyers and sellers. And to be very successful in trading, it's all about controlling losses. You see, here at Cybertrade University, I don't really like to talk about winners. You know, everybody likes to brag. You know, isn't it? Don't you get sick of that? Hey, look at my Lamborghini driving. You know, I can afford this. I mean, do you got a Lamborghini? Did you take a course a guy had a Lamborghini? Did you take a course that a guy rented a yacht? Right? Did you make that much money? Listen, some of us just want to survive. Okay? I know everyone would like to be rich, but how about just making a day's pay? How about just be able to just, you know, build some supplemental income? That's why Cybertrade University has been around for 30 years. You don't have to kill it. You just got to know how to control it. Because trust me, where there are winners, there are big losers. And you got to learn how to lose first before you can make. Now, regarding about NASDAQ Book Viewer, who here would like to get it and start using it? Anybody? Because that looked like a pretty cool tool, right? Well, this is what I want you to do. Here's my email address. faustop@ctucorp.com. So I want you to email me right now and say, Fausto, could you send me the book viewer? And what I want to do right now is I want to send all of you a video so you know how to download it and where to get it. Now, the next question people ask me is this. How much does it cost? Right? Well, I can tell you this. If anybody here is looking for free stuff, you're wasting your time in trading. Okay? There's nothing free. There's no such thing of free lunches. I get people say all the time, Fausto, I see you got great videos on YouTube. They're free. Listen, that video doesn't talk back to you. Okay? That video is not going to tell you and get in the trading room tomorrow. But I can tell you this. When I started, I had to pay $1,000 a month for this software. Today, it costs $15. Does anyone here have a problem spending $15 a month to see 50% of the volume in a stock that you're in right now? How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you were able to make 50%? Let's see where Citadel is, see where Goldman Sachs is, see where BlackRock is, see where the institutions, the high frequency trades, the dark pools. I mean, it's priceless. People like $15. There's got to be a catch. No, there's no catch. That's what the exchange charges. Okay. But before you go out and buy it, take my email address because I want you I got to show you a video so you can basically know how to get it there. Get it. Now, regarding about the live markets, Does anybody here have a stock you want to check out? Any stock? Give me a stock that you guys want to look at. Apple? You just looked at Apple. All right, well, look at Apple. We'll look at Apple. Okay. So Apple, AAPL. Of course, why not? Right. So now looking at Apple right here, on a long-term trade, I want to show you something here quick. So Apple, you can see the stock has pretty big resistance levels right around here, but we're like really out of the way, right? We're all the way down here. We're down to this 168 price, right? And not only that, but you could see that we got some other sellers here, right? We got some sellers here, 180, right? But the real big major resistance levels is here, 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 and here. Would you say on a swing trade? Right? Did everyone agree? Okay. Now, why would the stock, and this is a question, I'm gonna question everyone. I'm gonna do a quiz here. Why did the stock back off right under $200? Why from July, December, January? Why is it having a tough time breaking this resistance at 200? Can anybody answer that question? Francis, you're right. Thank you. Anyone else? Richard, I'll give you a yes. Anyone else? By the way, if you don't know the answer, just give me a question mark. Because if you cannot answer this question, I'm going to give you the best advice. Go to California and go take that $20 job, an hour job. Okay? You can't figure this out. If you cannot answer this question, you are going to blow up your account. And I'm just being very honest. It's the easiest question I'm asking all of you. Why did the stock have a tough time getting past 200? Bar, you're right. Musil, you're right. Ray, I didn't hear from you, Ray. Ray, are you there? Are you listening? Rick, are you listening? Robert? I mean, think about it. Guys, this is your life. This is what I took the time tonight at 8 o'clock to get away from my family, to recruit traders like you, to educate you all why the stock is hitting resistance. And I'm not trying to be angry. I'm just trying to save your ass. Really am. Good. I'm glad everyone's answering the question now. It looks like I got everyone's attention. Okay. You ready for the 60, the 60, what is it? The $64,000 question? I want you to look at this clearly. Here at 200, actually, it's more shares than that. Hold on 1 second. How many shares is there at 200? How many shares is that? At 200. And by the way, this is the live market today. This was the orders from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. How many shares is that? Where's my calculator? It's about 800,000. 800,000 times $200. About $160 million looking to be sold at 200. Anyone here trade options? How do you think those option orders are getting executed? By these orders right there. You think someone just says, oh, you want to sell it out there? You want to do a leap? You don't think those orders are out there? You could see the orders, right? Now, we said support levels are right around 165, right? Look right here. Look at all these orders out here. 160,000, 280,000, between 196 and 165. When you get down here, there's nobody. Nobody. You got a couple orders, but there's nobody there. The real big orders are there. Now, do you see on your indicator, on your platform, the 800,000 share sellers and the 400,000 share buyers? Do I? Do I hear anything? Give me a yes or no. I thought so. How much smarter and better trading decisions on your trades if you were able to see this, right? You see, my goal today is to convince all of you that you've all been trading blind and you've been lied to. Okay. Listen, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've dealt with people all day long, and I've seen the biggest companies out there and have gone out of business because they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves because they keep showing you the Lamborghinis. They keep showing you the private jets. They keep showing you the yachts. They keep showing you the stacks of cash on the dashboard, which, by the way, is illegal. You can't do that. And they'll find out eventually. The FTC will come down on them because they do it all the time. My job is to teach you how to think for yourself. But the reason why I'm here is because I want people that if you were able to answer this question, I am looking to hire you guys to be part of my team. Because when we trade the market, there's a lot of things that are moving. And if you're able to spot these bids and offers out there, you're going to make smarter and better trading decisions. That's basically where it comes down to. Rick, I love that. That has to be one of the best lines I've heard in a long, long time. I'm going to share that. Okay. So Rick, he goes, I don't even need to use my glasses to see that. Really? Okay. How about this? Okay. I got just for shits and giggles. Okay. How about this? Why don't we just throw in a moving average and an RSI, right? Everybody uses RSIs, right? How about this guy Schenken? Okay. How about this guy named this Bollinger Band? This guy Bollinger, which I know who Bollinger is. See him at the trade shows all the time. How about a MACD? And then maybe put a VWAP in there too. Why not? We're already there. All right. Could you need glasses? Could you tell me you could actually see the support and resistance levels in here? I think I would rather see this, all right, than that. Do I rest my case? Now, who here would like to come and see this live in the market? Because I want all of you to come and see this live and see how level 4 works and see these big buyers out there, like on, and it works on every stock and, Boeing and it goes on and on and on. There are so many stocks out there that you'll see big block orders and see if they're getting executed and all that good stuff. Now, how could you see more? Basically, what I'm looking to do is I want to invite everybody here to come into my trading room. Now, all I'm asking for is, I told you this before, I am not looking for free people, okay? Free people are not my interest, because people who want free stuff are that's not the concert I want to go to. There's no such thing as free lunches. All I'm asking for is $9. That's all I'm asking for, okay? That $9 is an application fee for me to allow you in my trading room. And I am not going to charge you a single penny more than that. Now, let me tell you what you're going to get for $9, okay? You're going to get live commentary in the trading room, first hour and last hour. You're going to get the trading room chat room, okay? You're going to get traders talk, okay? We have gurus that come. Like next week, we're going to have Tom Sosnoff, the founder of Thinkorswim. You're basically going to get tons and tons of stuff that we're going to have. We're going to give you workshops. We're going to give you everything. Now, let me just change it up over here a little bit. Now, another thing, a bonus I'm going to give you also is one last thing I'm going to throw in there as a bonus. If you register, I'm going to give you my book and money back guarantee. Listen, I don't need your $9. The $9 just tells me if you're a real person right now. Like one of you logged in here, your name is RR. I don't know who RR is. I can't talk to you in my trading room and say, hey, RR, who are you, RR? You know what I mean? Like this is basically just confirms who you are and tells a little bit about you. Now, as a bonus, I'm going to throw one more thing in there. If you register me, Fausto Pugliese, will personally, the owner of the company will talk to you on the telephone myself. Why would I do that? Because I need to interview you. Okay. Once you come in the trading room and you see how we trade, you see all the hundreds and hundreds of traders in there, and you see how they think for themselves. If this is something you want to do, we're going to have a couple of days into it. We'll have a little conversation. You'll make an appointment with one of my education advisors, and then we'll basically have that appointment, and we'll see if you guys are really, if this is something that's for you or not. And then we'll tell you a little bit more on how we teach you and how we train you. But as of right now, this is all you need to do. Okay. So any other questions, by the way? Question is, so Fausto, how much is it after the 7 days? Listen, I told you this before. 0. We're not going to charge you anything. Don't worry about 7 days. Worry about today. Worry about that. You just saw a 200,000 share seller on Apple that you never saw before. You just saw, I just showed you pot stocks that were moving. And if you were part of my team, you would have known how to swing trade them. And they started moving about a week ago. Okay. And they're still moving. Why am I not getting into it? Why did my newsletter tell me that? Because they're not traders. Go out there, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to get all this great stuff for $20, for $9. You can take your phone, just scan that QR code, or you can click on the link on the top left-hand corner. All right. Now, any other questions? Just looking over here. I see. Now, as I see you guys are registering, I'll call some of you out. As you register, there are about 5 questions we're going to ask you. Please let us know, do you have a broker or not? We want to make sure you got the right one. Are you using level 3? Just very simple questions. Another thing we want to talk about is, and then you'll be able to book your appointment. You'll get to a next page. If you don't know what time, just pick any time. Don't worry about it, because we're going to confirm it with you anyway. Just lock in any time right now, and please do it sooner than later. Don't waste any time. Don't put it out like a week later. Listen, it's fresh in your mind. Go out there and do that. Do it now. Okay. Any other questions? Do I need a broker to trade? No, you do not need a brokerage firm. Okay. No brokerage firms. You're just here to watch. You're here to see if we practice what we preach. You need to see if the traders that we've trained are successful on their own. And then you need to see that what you've been doing, that you've been lied to this whole time, that you've been doing things in a way, been focusing too much on the past, because we're going to teach you how to read the future. Robert, we're talking tomorrow at 4 o'clock with me. Are you sure? Because I'm not going to be here tomorrow at 4. I'm actually going to be in Virginia. Or you're probably talking to my staff. You're probably talking to one of the education advisors doing a walkthrough with you, Robert. Okay? So first you got to do that first. They're going to talk to you and tell you a little bit about what you're going to see in the trading room. And then you go from there. And then a couple of days into it, then we'll talk. We usually, if you register today, Robert, I usually don't talk to everyone until probably maybe a Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Okay? Any other questions? A couple of shout outs right here. Kim, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who is this? Brent, I got your registration. Thank you very much. Laura, appreciate the vote of confidence. Laura's California, you got your registration. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Fellow traders. Guys, it's $9. If you can't afford $9, then I can't help you. I really can't help you. $9, think how much money you have made just seeing one stock that I just showed you that went up $1. The CGC stock, for example. That's what I mean. These are things that are going to make you a better trader. You got to know how to follow the orders. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an intermediate or an advanced. I treat everybody like they just never learned before. Okay. It's actually harder for me to teach people that actually are took many courses, way advanced. You're going to the hardest thing to teach somebody is kind of break bad habits, but if you're new and you're a beginner, you're perfectly fine. Internet, you don't need that much, Rick. If you can watch right now, you're fine. You can actually watch on your phone. Actually, our trading room you could watch directly on your phone. If you're maybe working at the office, you could actually execute right here. All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, I think I pretty much answered all of them. So listen, $9 is everything you're going to get right here. You're going to get coaching. You get live trading room. You're going to get workshops. I'm going to give you guys how to get the book viewer, all that stuff. Robert, you had the trial before. Well, welcome back, Robert. Thank you very much. I'm not co-located to the NASDAQ exchange. I don't know what that means, Rick. I do not work for the exchange. Okay. I do not work for the NASDAQ. I actually do a lot of presentations to them because they want you to learn how to use their platform. But I'll be able, that's basically, but the tool that you're using, a lot of brokerage firms do offer it. So I'm just telling you just to get it through the exchange. So, because some brokerage firms say they have it, but they really don't. Okay. Speed. Listen, I don't know how much, a tenth of a second you need more than that. Trust me, you'll be perfectly fine. You could be 2 seconds slow and just to be okay. All right, traders, listen, thank you so much for being here tonight. I look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. There's your last chance to register. Just scan the QR code, click on that link, and I'll see you tomorrow or whenever you're ready to get in the room. And if you don't register, don't worry about it. Listen, we'll still be here. I'm planning on doing this till the day I die. I love teaching people. I love changing people's lives. What I don't like is when I go and I do these public speakings at these money shows and trader shows, and I got thousands of people standing there with their face staring at you and like a deer in the headlights, and they see and they're like, wow, this is too easy. It doesn't make sense. Listen, you'll get it, but you got to learn before you can earn. All right, guys, happy trading, and I'll see you hopefully in the trading room. Good luck.